I take sheer pleasure in welcoming you all, owing many thanks to Lord Almighty for bestowing us with this wondrous gift of technology, letting our minds and thoughts to be connected. We, WHD, are proudly presenting WHD Business Conference, a Trade for Peace initiative, organized by the Malaysian chapter of WHD. I extend my warm welcome to the speakers for the day, Dr. Abdul Malik, Mr. Umar Sharif, Mr. Kenneth Yu, Mr. Maximus Peng. Also to the moderator for the day, Ms. Hema Doraisamy. I feel immensely privileged with the honorable presence of our dearmost founder and chairman of WHD, Honorable Abdul Basit Said, and the Secretary General of WHD Malaysia, Dato Dr. GP Doraisamy. To begin with, let's have a short AV about WHD, World Humanitarian Drive. And the Secretary General of WHD Malaysia, Dato Dr. GP Doraisamy. To begin with, let's have a short AV about WHD, World Humanitarian Drive. So definitely that was indeed a very quick glance to all the glimpses of the milestones and the highlights of WHD. So as the great Martin Luther King quoted, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. The current darkness due to the pandemic would definitely be driven out by such initiatives of Trade for Peace that intends in promoting integration and promoting the global economy and businesses. The uncertain, the precarious economic baseline that the whole world is put into would move into the right path of peace and prospect. We believe that trade is one of the oldest economic nexus amongst all nations to instigate many healthy international relations. Businesses play a key role in helping society get through an economic crisis and also pivotal in creating innovations that shape the society after the crisis. The theme of today's conference happens to be financial literacy and entrepreneurship. We believe that this light will diverge in various means, becoming catalysts and bringing vibrant colors to the world, just as signifying a beautiful rainbow after a storm. With no further delay, I would humbly request the founder chairman of World Humanitarian Drive, Honorable Abdul Basit Said, for the presidential address.
Good evening, Malaysia, a land of beautiful islands with great minds promoting unity in diversity. Thank you all for joining us. Honorable Excellencies, leaders, entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all from deep of my heart with sounds of your thought. A special thanks to Honorable Dato, Professor Dr. G.P. Duraisamy, for organizing this excellent forum for people to learn and adapt to the changing world, which is the only never changing. And finally, a big thank you to the speakers for joining and willing to educate your success tips. Every time WHD as an organization accomplish something big, we are on the next bigger thing. This is how WHD is staying focused. So I've given you the first tip for the day on touching people's hearts and lives to inspire humanity to create history. So you are all a part of our history in this journey of humanity. So I will briefly narrate our important goals and events of our past initiatives and current. We have three main goals as an organization. The first goal is you would have heard everywhere, which is peace. The second goal of us is education. And the third primary objective of us is trade harmony. So not going deep into it, but you would have heard peace and happiness everywhere, wherever you go. But peace comes with education. Education comes with good fulfillment of your finances. So the three major goals of WHD is peace, which comes with good education, and good education, which comes with finances, which is trade. Trade harmony is what we are striving for. So this conference, I think, is given the greatest opportunity for, as an individual, businesses, entrepreneurs, corporate heads, and the world leaders who might be listening to this conference during this conference or at the later stage. So I currently briefly narrate to you four important key initiatives, which as an organization, which we are proud of. The first initiative we have started is called as the Honoring the Honorable. There are a lot of recognitions around the world who have been missed out on the course of history. Don't want these people to be left out. So we have decided on recognizing their efforts, be it be technology, science, NGO, social services, diplomatic circle, or journalism, anything for that matter, we recognize people who have strived for humanity. So that's the thing about honoring the honorable. The second thing initiative which we have taken is World Moral Day. Everyone over there listening to me would agree to me that your objective in life is to be happy, is to be having peace and have the happiness. When I say peace and happiness, the foundation of peace or the pillars of peace and happiness in this world is morality. Imagine a person with deep hatred for one another. Do you think he's going to embargo the love and peace, affection to others? If he's not getting hatred, if he's having hatred within him, I don't think he can promote happiness to others. So, in order to promote the idea of happiness and peace, we started with this mission of morality, which is World Moral Day. So, we are proudly have extended our arms to nearly 50 countries with more than 20,000 signature petition for United Nations to announce a day called as World Moral Day, where humanity can understand and relate to the idea of morality, where we can start doing love, care, and kindness, humbleness. Everything comes as a whole package on this World Moral Day. So that's the second project which we are in with. The third initiative which we started is called as the Science Bazaar. You know very well, in this world, everybody is an inventor. We invent something new. It may be idea, it may be a concept, it can be some revolutionary engineering, it can be a medical compound, it can be a chemistry, whatever it may be. But that thing will be dried out after some time of no use. So we are in the mission to provide these people with a platform where they can promote their idea, their product. We will support them with the patent licenses, copyrights, and everything. And then we will try to find a suitable investor to promote the product. The first program or the inaugural launch of the Science Bazaar was held in Chennai, India on the 6th and 7th of March, where we had 800 plus new inventions trying to support the idea of the Science Bazaar together with the idea of humanity. So we had the theme, very interesting theme. The theme was differently abled. So we want to make the life of differently able to be more beautiful together with the humanity we are striving for. The fourth and the final project which we are involved in is what we are doing right now, which is the Trade for Peace initiative, where we want each and every businesses to be a pathway to promote the idea of peace. Trade for Peace is an initiative where countries, which is nations, individuals, businesses, and all can participate. Remember, the day you're born as a trader. You try to give something to get something. So when it comes to business, there is profit involved. So that's why we named the initiative as Trade for Peace. So last year, we had a very big gathering in UK, London. We initiated with 26 countries, which was participating in this program. We had 8 MPs and ministers, to name a few. We had the South Sudan Defense Minister. We had the Minister for London. We had the Doha Bank CEO. We had Baroness Verma. We had MPs from Portugal and other ministries who support the idea of trade for peace, bringing the interdependence of humanity as a whole for the idea of happiness and peace. So without further delay, I'm going to end my speech by quoting Lao. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that step is right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. You have set the right momentum for the discussions to follow on with your trademarked mind-provoking thoughts. Thank you again. So now I'd like to introduce the moderator for today, Ms. Hema Doraisamy. She is the director of My Global World Malaysia. She has mastered the art of global marketing skills and has acquired excellent business skills as well. Ms. Hema Doraisamy is a Rotarian and is currently the treasurer of the Rotary Club of Lake Gardens, Kuala Lumpur, and a presidential nominee for the forthcoming year as well. Over to Ms. Hema Dulsamy for the session to follow.
Thank you, Ms. Sarah, for the introduction. I'm indeed proud and honored to be the moderator for the World Humanitarian Drive Business Conference organized by the Malaysia chapter. A very good day to all of you. Today with us, we have four amazing speakers who are here with us online to share their thoughts and views, mainly focusing on financial literacy and entrepreneurship. Our first speaker for the day is Dr. Abdul Malik bin Abdul Shukur. He graduated with a PhD from London and taught at University Science of Malaysia for 14 years. He then left to be an entrepreneur and went through the ups and downs before he was accepted as a trainer and coach for micro entrepreneurs. He invented Millionaire Entrepreneur, which is a simulation kit used as a tool to teach pre and micro entrepreneurs. Today, Dr. Malik is here to share with us on roadmap to millionaire entrepreneur. Dr. Malik, over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Hema. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Our dear Honorable World Humanitarian Drive President, Mr. Abdul Basit Said, Honorable Secretary General India Chapter, Ms. Sarah Wilson, Honorable Secretary General of Malaysian Chapter, Dr. Doris Sami, officials and members, notables and viewers from several countries, near and far, thank you for this privilege. Well, the simulation kit, it is a fun board game like Monopoly, a perfect companion to fill up the lockdown activities for families and friends nowadays. We have used it to train entrepreneurs and also micro entrepreneurs. I have actually taken actual 10-year real experiences of entrepreneurs, the ups and the downs, and compress it into a 3-hour fully engaging simulation kit. The focus, however, is on how to start a business, next, how to grow it over a few years, until you achieve an annual sale of 1 million Malaysian ringgit or whatever the currency be. The simulation kit will show step by step the roadmap for the new entrepreneur to follow and eventually realize the target of an annual sales of 1 million ringgit. It may take between 3 to 5 years nowadays when we include lots of digital marketing practices. So now let me show you the montage for this program that we have executed before. Thank you. So this is the picture of the simulation kit that we have developed, the board and the paraphernalias. And then the next, these are the bottom one is the focus on how to start the business, how to grow it, and to achieve a sale of 1 million. So basically, that's the simulation kit, Ms. Hema.
Thank you, Dr. Malik, for your wonderful sharing on the roadmap to millionaire entrepreneur. Our next speaker for today.
Second question, Ms. Hema.
Our next speaker for today, sorry, Dr. Malik, thank you. Our next speaker for today, who is here to share his ideas on building entrepreneurship, is Mr. Umar Sharif from UK. Mr. Umar is a risk analytic professional at one of the big four auditing firm based in London, United Kingdom. He has a decade more experience in advising top-tier clients on data-driven financial process, risk, and advisory across UK, Europe, Middle East, and Indian market. He has a keen interest towards technology and being an active member of non-profit incubator programs where he advises entrepreneurs on technology and financial management. He has an MBA from Leicester Business School, UK, and Bachelor's in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Anna University, India. Mr. Umar, over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Hema, for the kind introduction. Uh, Honorable Mr. Basit, Honorable Mr. Datto, and all the other members, okay, are part of the panels. Thank you very much for having me here. So the opportunity that has been given to me to talk about this topic, okay, building entrepreneurship, is which is something, okay, I'm very passionate about. So before getting any time wasted, okay, let me get onto the topic directly. So it would help, okay, so if I can share my screen, okay, Dr. Abdul, okay, if you can just close the sharing. Yeah, thank you very much, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so to start with, okay, so talk about, okay, building entrepreneurship. Okay, so before we get into that, okay, so we should understand, or like, my perspective of, okay, who's an entrepreneur is based on my work experience building people, and also based on the life experience I've gone through as a professional and also building businesses. So I would say any person who brings in all the resources together to solve a key problem in the community, to create a value for a betterment of the community, is called an entrepreneur in simple language. So this person, if you notice, okay, it can be someone who has a high level of creativity and innovation, and also high level of management skills, okay, to who can put in everything together to build in this ecosystem that can provide, okay, value, okay, to the community. So that is what I define, okay, as an entrepreneur. So when you get into building entrepreneurship, okay, so before we do anything, we have to understand why we do that, okay, so why we build entrepreneurship. So as a simple example, okay, so I would say building entrepreneurship, okay, will impact the complete, okay, economy in a better way, and also the living of people, okay, in a better way. It creates a lot of opportunity. It create a lot of confidence in people, and also it creates a lot of, okay, social impact uh, for in a very positive and optimistic way, okay, in the environment. So what actually, okay, makes someone a very good entrepreneur? So I would say it is a combination of certain traits and skills. So when we call it as traits and skills, okay, some are like, born with those traits or the skills, some are made. So definitely, okay, you have to understand what is your strength and like what is your weakness, work on like, the strength, and and work on better on the weakness, okay, towards of what you want to achieve, okay, in terms of the goal. So some of the key traits I would say, okay, for an entrepreneur like, so you have to be passionate, okay, about, okay, what you're doing. So, and also you should have a very big vision. So like how Steve Jobs or like, Bill Gates or anyone of that angle, okay, has it. And also a lot of resilience. So you should have a lot of perseverance, okay. When you fall down, you should be like, getting up and like, running it again. And of course, a lot of self-confidence and flexibility. Going on to some of the skills, okay, I would say these are some of the key skills, okay. Persuasion, okay. So if you see anything you do, you need a team. So if you have a vision, you should be able to persuade people to work with you towards that mission. So persuasion is one of the very, very key skill. And also leadership, you should be the leader, okay, for the team. And also you should be accountable, okay, for what you have taken it up, okay, and you should be having that personal accountability. And also you have to have a very, very good focus, okay, towards, okay, what you want to achieve, and determination. So how can you build it? Okay, so this is the key thing. Okay, so I would say uh, the whole topic is about, I would say from my perspective, so we have to build this as part of a culture. So whether it can be the society, or it can be the workplace, it can be a school. If we can build it, okay, from the very young age, people come out, okay, as natural entrepreneurs. So what we have to do is, rather than to tell them, we have to give them the experience, okay, towards becoming an entrepreneur. So if you notice, all the big entrepreneurs today have started very early, but doesn't mean that, okay, if you're like, older enough, okay, you cannot do any kind of, okay, entrepreneurship. So I'm pretty old. I'm still an entrepreneur. I started very late in my life, but I still enjoy the journey. So that is my point on, like, how you build it. Okay, so a simple framework I would say is, like, to anywhere, okay, it can be any place. Okay, if it's a school, you give a problem worth solving for the student to solve, and ask them to find a solution worth building. So whatever the transaction, okay, within those, okay, is where we have to support, okay, the people, the student, or like, the employees, or even, okay, a budding micro entrepreneur, okay, what like Dr. Malik spoke about. So these are, like, some of the key things, okay, I would like to talk about, okay. And uh, I would like to quote an example, okay, from my personal experience. Okay, so far it is more of like, what happens in the world. Okay, so I actually started as a like, management consultant before a decade uh, in India. So I would, like, I started my job. Okay, I started going to job. Okay, then I felt that, okay, the fulfillment, okay, in the job is good, okay, but not enough, because I felt that, like, I was not able to completely put in my skills into picture to solve, okay, major problems in the economy. So what I thought was, I still needed the job, okay, because I couldn't take the complete risk out and get out of it, like, and just become an entrepreneur. It's very easy to say, okay, to become a millionaire from by words, okay, but in reality, there's lots and lots of effort. So I have taken this journey of, like, be an employee of a very good firm where I learn a lot from a lot of other big professionals, okay, across the world. At the same time, I build something on my own. I have a team, okay, with me, who support towards a common vision. So I would suggest, okay, so if anyone who wants to build something, don't leave everything, okay, in the household thing, okay, take all the risk and get out and do it. Take calculated risk. So that is better for your living, and also, like, for what you want to do. So that is more pragmatic, I would say. So on a end note, I would say, don't stop with what you're doing, okay, because life is a complete learning process. Keep learning and try to build something, and try to solve a lot of problems, which makes a world a better place, and also live in harmony with people. So what has happening in WHD, okay, is a great thing. Honorable Chairman, what Abdul Basit is doing, I would call him one of the people I see in person, who is a fantastic entrepreneur. So if you see, okay, he's solving a big problem, okay, in this economy, and he bring in people, okay, all by himself. So I've seen him from where he started. Okay, so there's a lot, okay, to learn from Mr. Chairman, and also I thank Honorable Datta, GP Duraisamy, and all the other members, the moderators, for taking this opportunity to having me to be in this forum to talk about. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Umar, for your sharing. Age is surely not a barrier to be an entrepreneur. Our third speaker lined up today is Mr. Kenneth Yu. Mr. Kenneth is the founder cum master coach for VCare Ventures. He is Chief Marketing Officer at Quantum Metal and is a National Committee member for Malaysia Literacy in Financial Education, My Life. He is a registered financial consultant and has 26 years of financial service industry experience. He is the best person to share with us on his ideas on financial literacy. With that, I would like to welcome Mr. Kenneth.
Thank you, Ms. Emma, for your wonderful introduction of me. And nice to meet our Honorable Abdul Basit, our President and the founder, and our Secretary General, India chapters, Ms. Sarah Wilson, and Malaysia chapter, Dato' Dorai Sami, and all the members and all the viewers from the world today. Happy to share with you little talks about me. Okay, Ms. Emma, pass back to you. Okay, this is the first questions a lot of people would like to ask me, all right? Okay, explain what is Master Money Kit programs, okay? This is actually a special design programs to teach basic financial literacy for parents and kids. This is a parenting programs where kids can learn the knowledge and parents know how to guide them along the way. Okay, and the next, a lot of people will ask me another questions. Why they say, why they want to learn Master Money Kit? What is the uniqueness of your programs? Okay, actually, Master Money Kits helps a lot of kids to build good financial habits since early age. We strongly believe without a solid foundation, the kids will not achieve their life objective towards financial freedom one day. So in order to do that, we must start with financial habits since young, then followed by upgrading them financial literacy, and followed by financial wellness when they grown up, and finally, they know how to plan themselves into financial planning as a whole. Our tagline for my Master Money Kit is cultivating good financial habits is more important than having millions of dollars. And Money Kit's values to everybody when they attended my programs, we bring these wonderful values to the families. We groom smart kids. Okay, smart kids, everybody like their kids to be smart. That's why seeing is believing, how to build a smart kid. Okay, my financial literacy programs for kids is the world first huge DIY Edu Tools kit. How is it looks like? Let's witness it. Yeah, this is the initial set where they haven't been formed up, because I want kids and parents, they use their both hands to do it together. That's why I say this is a parenting programs. Once that, this is the thing, they take about nearly an hour to finish this Edu kits. That's they feel very valuable because this cannot be done in 5 minutes. Once they take about an hour, they finish out this one, they learn what is 3S, what is spending, what is savings, and what is sharing. Then this is the series of my development on this tool. You see, this is the first generation, second generation, not so interesting, right? And this is my third generation, where I put out a cute cartoons on my tools. Then this is my latest generation, just now what you saw. This is a fourth generation. Can you see that? Now I put on name for them. Hi, I'm Dr. Octavia, okay? And this is, hi, I'm Dr. Ott. This is how to catch parents and kids' attention to these programs. Okay, then for parents, I would like to share with parents how to start teaching their kids in 3 E's. That means parents need to educate themselves. My program already designed for you. Everything is there. You just need to educate yourself how to do it. Then go back, execute it. Because without education, execution, kids will not follow. Because kids follow what their parents teach them, right? When the parents execute it, and every week examining what they have done. Because every week kids need to show how much parents gave them and how much they left in their pocket. This is how savings comes. Okay, how to become smart kids? Okay, smart, S, must be simple, easy, and creative. Am I too so simple and easy to fix up? This is how they start from first day. And M, must make it a daily habit. Every day, they need to take these two kids as their friend. Every day, you go and take your money from there. Every day, you save back your money into these two kids. And A, ability to live happily. When the kids having the knowledge of financial literacy, for sure, they will live up to 100 years old or 120 years old because they have money to live on happily. If without money, sometimes we cannot live long because you are so scared of inflation. That's why living happily very much relates to your finances. Okay, R, regular practice make perfect. Because everything you learn, you need to practice it. If you learn, you don't practice one day, my two kids will become a toy. I don't want my two kids to be a toy. I want it to be a very practical tools to help the kids to learn financial habits. Lastly, without a tool, nobody know how to start. That's why I already created this tool for everybody to start on, especially for the kids and especially for the parents. You can start right away now. Okay, what is the sixth value you will see in your kids when you develop these financial habits along the way, 5 to 6 months? You will see financial quotient on your kids. And your kids will be more IQ. He built out his IQ because he knows how to set priorities. Okay, CQ. Your kids will be more creative because a kid, if they are not creative enough, I think very hard for you to teach them in planning. A creative kids, they know how to plan for their future. Emotional quotient, because in my two kids, we teach kids how to control on spending. This is how we educate them on emotional quotient. Okay, what is data quotient? Data quotient, you can see there's a small booklet there. They need to record every single cent parents give them and every single cent they can save every weekend. This is how you save your money from single cent until one day become 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. This is how data quotient will guide you along the way, how you reach your goal. And lastly, my two kids also teach about love quotient because these two kids in the world, there's only one where you do it together with your parents. That's why they will love it. This is how we cultivate love quotients. Nurturing a smart kids is our profession and our passion. Let's make it happen together. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Kenneth. Start young when it comes to financial literacy. Our last and final speaker lined up for today is Mr. Maximus Peng. He holds a professional degree of Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators. Mr. Maximus has 26 years of experience in financial industry from banking, finance, insurance, risk management to training and development. He is the founder of E2E Academy, an academy fully evolved in financial education and trainings towards building entrepreneurs from school to working adults. E2E Academy is running the Master Money Kids program, one of the brand name in financial literacy for young ones. E2E Academy also offers curated education programs ranging from skills, training, and entrepreneurship development for the young ones. Today, Mr. Maximus will be sharing with us about building entrepreneurs from school to working adults. Mr. Maximus, all to you.
Thank you, thank you, WHD. Thank you, our chairman, our Malaysia chapter, Professor Dr. Doraisami. And thank you, Ms. Hema, and other speakers. Today, I'm very excited and very happy to have this opportunity to share here. I'm very actually honored also. So thank you again to our Miss Hema to have this very nice introduction. So from the our background, you can see this is my academy. We call it E2E Academy. E2E means education to entrepreneurship. So people will ask me what it is about. So actually we involve in financial education and trainings basically, but we towards building entrepreneurs from school to working adults. Because we believe that practicing good financial habits is indispensable to build a financial literature generation. In E2E, we are running the Master Money Kits, and then we share our financial education to help kids to cultivate good financial habits. Because you see, student success is no longer constrained to classroom alone. And then the future of the rely on providing opportunity for them to learn, to develop, and to strengthen their core life skills they need today, and more importantly, tomorrow as successful graduates. You see, our dreams in our E2E is to be creating a new paradigm by bringing the topic of money out of the shadows. We also believe in building human talents because fostering creating behavior among the kids is very important. That's why we designed this education program ranging from career experience program, skill training, and entrepreneurship development. For further explain on the career experience program, because lately we also experienced that a lot of students when they graduated, they will sit down and waiting for reply from employer, whether they are recruited or not. So a lot of students, they need this career experience program where we will train them, expose them to various career fields so that they can experience it. Then they know what they want in future. The career experience program will bring the bridge gap between a student and become a successful professionals in their chosen field. So we can give the student the skill to achieve their career objectives through our workshop, our trainings, including internship opportunities with our collaborated corporations. Of course, we also provide skill training. The skill acquired during this program will strengthen their employment prospects and provide them with increased understanding of how to secure a position and navigate the world of work successfully. We will provide them with a GPS so that they know how to progress. So lastly, I want to explain more about our entrepreneurship development. You see, in E2E, we believe that any student, regardless of academic discipline, can launch a business. They need survivorship. Like what I said just now, they cannot graduate, sit down at home and wait for employer to employ them. So every student must give them an opportunity. Through our network in various fields, we support and inspire the growth and development of any student that seeks to be an entrepreneur. So we make it possible for students network with our like entrepreneurs, meet and achieve mentorships. They need to meet and then they will create and then they meet their mentorship from seasoned experts and complete in business competitive. E2E will expose every student to a viable path to become an entrepreneur. So today, E2E is very simple for us to understand. I think every country should have this inspiration to build everybody, any student from education to entrepreneurship. That's why our academy, we name it E2E. So this is my presentation today. I hand it back to Hema.
Thank you, Mr. Maximus. Thank you to all our wonderful speakers on your ideas and thoughts. I truly have learned a lot, and I trust all our viewers are on the same page with me. With that, we will now move on to our next session on the agenda, which will be the Q&A session, which will be posted to our speakers today. My first question will be directed to Dr. Malik. Dr. Malik, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready, Ms. Hema.
Doctor, could you explain what is the Millionaire Entrepreneur Simulation Kit all about?
Okay, it is, as I mentioned before, basically like a Monopoly board game. It is a makeover of the Monopoly board game dedicated to teach school students to develop the entrepreneurial mindset. And when it comes to adults, to learn how to become and to start a business. And for those who are already entrepreneurs, how to grow their business to achieve a convenient and exciting target of 1 million currency.
That's interesting to know. Thanks, Doctor. Dr. Malik, could you also share with us who should play or simulate the Millionaire Entrepreneur?
Yes, the three groups that I've just mentioned before, school students, adults, and also current micro entrepreneurs. These are the three groups who will benefit a lot from this, basically from this simulation kit.
And Doctor, the final question would be, is this kit available now?
Okay, it will be available by July 2020. The current kit which is available is the Malaysian language version. And once it is ready, the English version is ready, we'll be able to make it available for the whole world. And I would like to express my excitement viewing our president's speech just now. So basically, if there are hundreds and thousands of poor people whom we would like to graduate to become micro entrepreneurs so that they are self-sustaining micro entrepreneurs, this kit that we have will do wonders. This is the tool that we can use to train them to become micro entrepreneurs and one day become self-sustaining individuals, productive elements of the society.
Thank you, Dato. Next question will be for Mr. Umar. Mr. Umar, are you ready?
Yeah.
Mr. Umar, how can one become an entrepreneur when they already have a day job?
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Okay, so like as I already mentioned, okay, something I've experienced in my life. Okay, so I would say to start with, so whatever you do in the job, okay, run it like your business. So don't take it that you're doing a job for someone. So run it like your own business. So build up a team, have a goal you want to achieve, and see, okay, what are the financial benefits you can get out of it. Okay, so once you're in that mode, you're programmed, okay, to build businesses. So once you gain that experience, take a bit of risk, start something on your own.
It's my turn.
Yeah, and if you notice, the framework is pretty much the same. Okay, so you have to utilize the resources you have got around you to solve a problem, to provide, okay, value. It can be to the society, or it can be to a customer, it can be to anyone, okay, who's the receiver of that solution. Yeah.
Well, in your opinion, what are the key qualities required to become a successful entrepreneur?
Yeah, so this one, okay, I would say, to become a successful entrepreneur, so you should have a vision first. So what is that, okay, you want to achieve? Always dream big. Like all the big leaders say, always dream big. Once you dream big, persuade people around you towards that vision. Form a team to walk with you, okay, towards that vision. So the people have to walk with you only if you lead them. So I would say, okay, the leadership is the next one. So you have to lead those people toward this vision. And as you are in that path, okay, you might fall down quite a lot of times, and you should have the resilience and the perseverance to get up, and also to get up, make all the people around you, the team, to stand up, still, okay, march towards that vision. So I would consider these four are the main qualities to become a
I
successful
truly
entrepreneur.
agree with you, Mr. Umar, because I'm an entrepreneur myself right now, starting my own business, and I definitely agree with your
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
Now, the last question for you, Mr. Umar, would be what do you think on financial literacy? Can it change the world?
Yeah, in many ways. Okay, if you see, so before how it's changed the world or something, okay, let's understand. Okay, if we don't have financial literacy, if you don't have financial literacy, what happens? Okay, the debt increases, people gets a lot of stress, they always have a lot of tension, so they can't concentrate on the work. So in case if people have financial literacy, they can manage the money in a better way. What happens is whatever that I mentioned, okay, before, if you don't have, will all change, which ultimately, okay, move you towards happiness, like, better living. So that's it about.
Thank you, Mr. Umar. Well, the next questions will be headed to Mr. Kenneth. Mr. Kenneth, are you ready?
Yes, Miss Emma, I'm ready.
All right, that's good. Mr. Kenneth, can you explain to me a little bit about Master Money Kids program?
Actually, our Master Money Kids programs is specially designed and dedicated to all the parents. Okay, because this Master Money Kid, the basic fundamental we want to share with these parents about the basic financial literacy and how should they groom their kids in financial habits starting from early age. Then these parents, once they know how to guide their kids for the next 6 to 12 years, this will cultivate a good habit on each kids in this world.
Can you share with all of us about the uniqueness of your program?
Okay, the uniqueness for Master Money Kid is helping these kids firstly build a good financial habits when they are at the age of 4 years old. Okay, when they have this good foundation and they have these solid ideas about these good financial habits, then easily we can upgrade this kid to learn more into financial literacy. Once we upgrade their knowledge in financial literacy, the next move, when they grown up into secondary school, they will know what is financial wellness. Once they know their financial wellness, how to control their cash flow, how to do budgeting, that means they are very good in their financial wellness. Once they know this foundation ready, the next move for the bigger pictures where he know how to do proper financial planning for him and his family when he already set up his own new families. And this is how this knowledge need to pass down to the next generation. That's why the most basic tagline of my programs, we always share with all the people in this world, cultivate good financial habits is more important than having millions of dollars.
That's very interesting, Mr. Kenneth. And my last question for you is, what values can Master Money Kids bring to the family?
Yeah, just now I already shared very in depth about smart kids because every parent, they want their kids to be smart. That's why I'm using this smart word to cultivate this good habit from financial habits where it must be simple, easy, and creative at the S stand for. And once you learn, you need to make it a daily habit. Every day you practice it. A, ability to live happily. R, regular practice make perfect, because everything you learn, you need to practice it to make it perfect. Then lastly, because if a good programs doesn't come with good tools, you do not know how to start. That's why the DIY tools is to help the parents to get started once they attended Master Money Kids. Finally, the smart parents can discover the 6Q values from all their kids, because I give them ways to evaluate their kids on the FQ, IQ, CQ, EQ, DQ, and LQ, as what I shared just now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth, for the answers. Now, our last and final speaker, Mr. Maximus. Are you ready for your questions?
Yes, Miss Emma.
Now, I know you shared earlier with us, but could you just reshare again to the audience about your company, E2E?
Oh, E2E Academy, the word is E and two and E. E2E Academy, we involve in financial education and trainings. And then towards building entrepreneurs from school to working adults. Because we believe that to practice a good financial habits is indispensable already. Then to build a literature generation coming future, we need to do this now. So in E2E, we running the Master Money Kids with Kenneth so that we can share the financial education and help the kids to cultivate good financial habits. You see, financial education is a knowledge. Without a platform to let them to cultivate a habit, the knowledge is no value. Because we experienced before, students come and learn, after go back 2 weeks, they forgotten everything. So our platform, we create a platform, a training program for them to practice their habit, to cultivate a good financial habits. So student success is no longer constrained to classroom anymore. They need to learn life skill. So for the coming future, this financial literacy can create a good social impact. Like just now, another speaker and other speaker, Kenneth and the rest, has highlighted this. So the future of the success of a student, we will provide them more in-depth, more environment, and then we create a paradigm for them to go into a new era. So we believe this is a time to build human talents, because every student, they have their own talent. By just following through the academic, they cannot outstanding. They just follow. And then when they graduated, they have to sit down and wait for employment. So this is in area that E2E want to help the students. So we were fostering creative behavior among the kids. That's why we designed this education program ranging from career education programs, ranging from this career experience program, skill training also, and entrepreneurship development. So this career experience program is very much give very much impact to the student, because they can learn a lot from that.
Well, that's interesting, Mr. Maximus. You spoke about career experience program. Can you just give us a brief breakdown about the program?
Yes. You see the word career experience, career means the job or the coming career that they wanted, or maybe they don't know also. We have to let them experience it from time to time. From our E2E program, they have to go through at least 4 to 5 career experience within a year. So maybe first quarter, they have to go through maybe recycling corporation to learn more about recycling. What is a recycling opportunity, potential to them? Maybe another one will be maybe art. Another one probably maybe on banking, and then another one maybe engineering. So in career experience program, it is a work readiness program that bridges the gap between being a student and becoming a successful professionals in their chosen field in future. So you see, we can give the student the skill to achieve the career objective through our workshops and trainings, including a future internship opportunity, because they have experienced it. So the skill acquired during this program will strengthen their employment prospects. They will easily get employed, and then provide them with an increased understanding of how to secure a position. We provide them GPS to guide them. So they will feel more happy and more fulfilled to get a work, or maybe they will build their own entrepreneurship.
Well, last question would be, can you tell me a little bit about your entrepreneurship development program?
Oh, well, we believe that any student, regardless of any academic discipline, can launch a business. Because like what I said just now, I mentioned many times, we cannot let the student graduated and sit down at home and wait for letter of employment. So through our network in various fields, we expose them, support and inspire the growth and development of any student that they seek to be entrepreneur, or we inspire them to become entrepreneur. So we make it possible by network them in their like-minded entrepreneurs, and meet them and receive mentorship. That's why we can only let them expose. Then the mentorship probably will be the seasoned experts, or those who competent in business competitiveness. E2E will expose every student in various paths to become an entrepreneur.
Thank you, Mr. Maximus. The saying goes without no doubt, start when they're young.
Yes.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to an end to our Q&A session for our business conference today. I hope all of you would have been able to pick up some points on financial literacy and entrepreneurship that was shared by our amazing speakers from Malaysia and London today. I would also like to I would like to also take this opportunity to thank the World Humanitarian Drive for giving me the opportunity to be the moderator for today's virtual conference. Impossible only means that you haven't found the solution yet, and if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Thank you. Now, on behalf of the World Humanitarian Drive, we would like to present a certificate of gratitude to our speakers today. First on, the certificate will be to Dr. Abdul Malik. The next certificate of gratitude will be presented to Mr. Umar Sharif. The third speaker for today, Mr. Kenneth Yu. And lastly, to Mr. Maximus Ping. With that, thank you everyone, and over to you, Ms. Sarah.
Yes. So that was a wonderfully moderated session, dear. And it definitely would have given a lot of insights about financial literacy and entrepreneurship to all of our viewers from across the globe. And thank you all speakers once again. And now may I request Honorable Dato, Professor Dr. J.P. Doraisamy, Secretary General of WHD Malaysia, to deliver the word of thanks.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
That was a wonderful session by all the 4 invited speakers, and the moderated very well by Ms. Emma. And well, let me conclude this session officially. It gives me great pleasure, on behalf of the World Humanitarian Drive Malaysian chapter, as the Secretary General, to thank, first of all, to Honorable Sir Abdul Bashid Said, who's the founder and chairman of World Humanitarian Drive, and also he's the International Peace Ambassador based in Croydon, United Kingdom. And at this juncture, I would also like to extend my gratitude to Miss Sarah Wilson, who's the Secretary General of World Humanitarian Drive India chapter, and she has performed very well in this session as the support team from India. Now, again, I would also like to personally thank each speaker for this session. There's the first speaker, Dr. Abdul Malik bin Abdul Shukur, and who spoke on the roadmap to millionaire in a very excellent way, followed by Mr. Omar Sharif on building entrepreneurship, and another very beautiful session, very well presented by Mr. Omar, all the way from London, United Kingdom. And our third speaker, another very experienced speaker, Mr. Maximus Yu, who spoke very well on financial literacy, yeah, and who carries more than 20 years, 25 years of experiences in this financial literacy field. And he spoke very well on that topic as well. And of course, finally, Mr. Maximus Peng, yeah, who spoke on E to E, yeah, E to E. And he, with about 25 years experience, I think all speakers for this session had more than 25 years of experiences in the financial world, and they're hands-on, yeah, very skillful in handling this topic. That's why I found them that they are very knowledgeable, and their experiences should be shared by WHD Malaysia, as well as other chapters around the world. Yeah. So, and with that, I would also like to thank our moderator for this session. That is Miss Hema. Miss Hema, well, she has done a few moderating sessions, and she's a good master of ceremony as well. So she has performed quite well in this session. I think the four speakers today had a good jolly time. She presented them quite well, and I think the session all went on very smoothly and very efficiently. Now, coming back to this conference, this business conference 2020, a Trade for Peace initiative. Yeah, this is our World Humanitarian Drive Malaysian chapter's inaugural event for this session, or for this year, for the matter. Now, I came in as the Secretary General in late 2019, appointed by our president, our founder president, and I was given two very big opportunities to address the World Humanitarian Drive. Now, the first one was sometimes in 22nd of April 2020, where WHD had the COVID times, what they call COVID times poetry winners competition. And at that session, a number of countries were chosen, and one of the countries was Malaysia. Malaysia was chosen, and I was given the task to deliver a speech on that session. This was a very good opportunity for me to expose myself, to expose World Humanitarian Drive Malaysian chapter at that session. It was very well accepted by the world community, by all the chapters around the world. And the second opportunity, which was given by our president founder, was a special interview on me, about myself, about my background, about my experiences, and about myself in non-governmental organizations, things like that. And that was on the 2nd of May 2020, which the session took almost 90 minutes of interview. They interviewed myself, and I had to answer almost 12 questions on the whole session. So that was another opportunity was given by our founder president for me as a Secretary General of Malaysia, WHD. Now, I would like to touch a little bit on the, or rather, I would like to remind our Malaysian chapter on the upcoming event. The next coming event is honoring the honorable stars of COVID. Now, this is a global humanitarian award, yeah, which was launched on 1st May 2020. Now, we want to see as many individuals, as many organizations in Malaysia, yeah, to register in the link provided, so that each and every one of you now may stand a chance, yeah, to be recognized and to be rewarded at the podium in the winners stage. Yeah, that is my ambition. Now, WHD Malaysia has many capable and talented, experienced individuals and organizations. Now, I feel strongly that they ought to be on the podium, on the winners stage. So please share this message to all your contacts, to all your friends, yeah, so that everyone will get an opportunity to win this, to be on the winners list. Now, finally, for those who may have questions or queries regarding the speakers, today's presentation on the 4 speakers, if they have any queries or any questions, they could direct their questions, yeah, to the WHD chapter. Later, Miss Sarah will point out the slides, how to contact, where to contact. The numbers will be out. So we are. Please don't hesitate. I'm here. We are here to answer. So you can WhatsApp your questions to the numbers that will be given shortly. So we welcome the audiences, the viewers, the listeners, not only in Malaysia, all over the world. All of you who are watching this live telecast of this presentation, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to write in, to WhatsApp to the number which will be provided by Ms. Sarah after this. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad and very happy and honored to once again to thank all of you, especially our founder president who took his time, who agreed for this event, for this day, and I said, yes, we must organize this program, and that's what we are here today. And all the speakers, now you guys, all the 4 speakers did very well, brilliant, excellent. Thank you for all of you for spending so much time. I know how much of time we have spent in preparing for this presentation, and I really thank you on behalf of WHD Malaysia chapter, and of course to the moderator. And finally, I must thank Miss Sarah Wilson, who has been from day 1 till now, who has been communicating with me in all the details of the technicalities of this program, to make sure that this program goes on well, smoothly, and perfectly on time. I always stress perfectly on time. So we have to finish on time, and we are almost at that point of time now. So thank you once again to all of you, and I humbly pass this session back to Miss Sarah Wilson. Miss Sarah, is all yours.
Thank you so much, Honorable Dato. Feel really honored, and I think our founder chairman of WHD wants to share a few words. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session, and the speaker's journey of understanding of business is really intriguing. I'm sure that our subscribers and viewers would have definitely been interested on the same. Special thanks to our Honorable Dato Dr. G.P. Doraisamy, who has taken the utmost idea of bringing hope to businesses and the trade platform for each and every one of you. And the Malaysia chapter was worked and strived hard to deliver this kind of program at a very, very short duration of time, which is wonderful. And I always truly believed that Malaysia is a land of innovation. It's not only a land of islands, but also a land of innovation, which comes up with new technologies and the simplest form of explaining new ventures and business ideas. The special moderator, the one and only Hema Doraisamy, who moderated it so beautifully and so good. I'm really pleased, and I'm pretty sure that she'll be joining us in our forthcoming session. And the four important speakers who are not only important as a speaker, but also they transcended upon the life's journey of how business and life can be combined together, from parenting to childhood to making a new entrepreneurship in terms of entering into a new venture. And a special thanks again to Ms. Sarah Wilson for organizing the technical things in relating to it. And I'm thoroughly overwhelmed by the experience. I'm pretty sure the people who are watching this would also be from different parts of the world. So thank you, everyone. I take this opportunity to thank and pray for you that this COVID thing will be happening, will be gone soon from us. And happiness is the only journey we are looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And WHD, we all make the world a better place. We believe that we can ask more for ourselves. We believe we can do more for others. Having a blessed journey of our lives, we think that we can plunge into it so that the world can get benefited. Would like to finish off with a quote from my founder chairman, Honorable Abdul Basit Syed: "Minds of wisdom creating happiness never ends." Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for yet another program in WHD Media. Thank you.
Sarah, can you turn off the YouTube? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you turn off the YouTube, Sarah? And we can be on